Dear students, just like human body possess tissues, plants and animals also have different types of tissues to perform various functions. Do you know how a tissue is formed? Let me tell you. A group of cells that are specialized to perform a particular function forms a tissue. Tissues are mainly classified into two types, plant tissues and animal tissues. We will discuss about plant tissues today. Plants do not move, that is, they are stationary. Most of the tissues are supportive, that is, they provide structural strength to the plant. Also, most of the tissues are dead and need less maintenance. Some of the plant tissues keep on dividing throughout their life. Moving on to the classification of plant tissues, based on dividing capacity, plant tissues can be classified as meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Let's discuss meristematic tissue first. Meristematic tissue is also called growing tissue. These are responsible for growth in plants. Cells in these tissues can divide and form new cells. Meristematic tissue is further of three types: apical meristem, lateral meristem, and intercalary meristem. Let's talk about apical meristem first. It is present at the growing tip of the stem and roots and increases the length. Second one is lateral meristem. It is present beneath the bark. It is responsible for growth in girth of the trunk. The third one is intercalary meristem. It is present at internodes or base of the leaves and increases the length between the nodes. Now comes permanent tissue. Cells of meristematic tissue change their shape and size to get specialized in performing other functions in plant's body. This process is called differentiation. Once the cells of meristematic tissue divide to a certain extent, they become specialized for a particular function. Permanent tissues are further classified as simple tissues and complex tissue. We'll discuss about simple tissues first. This type of tissue is composed of same type of cells. Simple tissues are further of four types. The first one is parenchyma. Cells of parenchyma tissue are alive. They are oval, elongated, and loosely packed with large intercellular spaces. They provide mechanical support to plant body and stores food and nutrients in vacuoles. Parenchyma are of two types, chlorenchyma and erenchyma. Parenchyma with chlorophyll, which performs photosynthesis, is called as chlorenchyma. In aquatic plants, cells of parenchyma have large air cavities to give buoyancy to the plant and is called erenchyma. Second one is collenchyma. Cells of collenchyma are alive. They are oval, elongated, and are tightly packed with no intercellular spaces. They are found below epidermis in leaves and stem. They provide mechanical support and flexibility to the plant. The third one is sclerenchyma. Cells of sclerenchyma are dead. They are narrow and elongated. The cell wall is composed of lignin, which makes it hard. They are present around vascular bundles, veins of leaves, and in hard covering of seeds and nuts. For example, they are found in the husk of the coconut. They help to make parts of the plant hard and stiff. They also provide mechanical strength. The last one is protective tissue. They protect the plant tissue by forming an outer protective layer. Protective tissues are of two types, epidermis tissue and cork tissue. The epidermis tissue covers the entire body of the plant. It protects them from injury, germs, and water loss. Cork tissue consists of dead cells with no intercellular spaces. They form an outer layer of old tree trunks. They have a chemical called suberin that makes them impervious to gases and water. They perform the same function as epidermis tissue. Moving on to the complex tissues, group of different types of cells performing a common task together are named as complex tissues. These are of two types, xylem and phloem. Xylem transports water from root to upper parts of the plant. It is composed of four types of cells, that is, tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. All these cells perform different functions. Phloem is the tissue that transports food from site of photosynthesis to different parts of plant. It is also composed of four types of cells: sieve cells, companion cells, phloem parenchyma and phloem fibers. All cells of phloem are alive except phloem fibers. They all perform the different functions. So, that's all for today. Thank you very much.